Well, hello, Crash Course members. Russell Peden here. It's a little bit late on the training day. I'm about an hour and a half late. I had planned on, my goal is to go live or release each training video around noon every day this week for this 5-day crash course. Today, I'm a little bit behind. Quite honestly, I was preoccupied by my son, my little boy Russell. He got a late Christmas gift last night from his godparents, Will and Estrada Dadsy, who are members of this course as well, and good friends of ours, and godparents to two of our kids. So they came over to celebrate, help us ring in the new year, and they brought their Christmas presents for them. And quite honestly, Russell got this 4-foot tall Batman Batcave that I promised him this morning that I would help him put together. In fact, come here, buddy. Let's just say hi. Here's Russell right here. We put his look right there's the camera. Right, we put your back cave together this morning, right? I thought it was going to be quick, but it took a little bit longer than we thought, right? So let me finish my video here, buddy. Thanks, man. Love you. So anyway, that took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to take this morning. I had planned to go live and record the video and have everything up by noon, as I've mentioned to a couple of you who texted me and messaged me. So I'm doing it now, but look, enough about me and being late and about my son and back caves. You want to know about this day one training, how to manage your Facebook friend requests. So let's talk a little bit about friend requests. Let's talk about social media in general real quick, and then we'll get into how to manage your friend requests. The most important thing I've learned in the last month or so, about the last 6, 7, 8 weeks, that I've been really focused on understanding and mastering the social media game, specifically Facebook, for the last several weeks, is that social media is just another social gathering, just like a cocktail party. Think of Facebook, if you will. And I want you to think about this for the rest of the trainings this week. Let this be kind of the foundational understanding of what we do. You know, Facebook is not an advertising platform, just like a cocktail party wouldn't be an advertising platform for you. So think of social media in general, and specifically we're talking about Facebook, as a social gathering, kind of like a cocktail party, you know. So as you think about reaching out to people or connecting with people on social media, in this case Facebook, think of it the same way as how you would connect with someone at a social gathering, be it a live in-person social gathering like a cocktail party or a dinner party at a friend's house, maybe a birthday party, right? You wouldn't walk in head to toe covered in your company's logos and advertisements, and you wouldn't be walking around with a sign that says, I sell X, ask me how, or, you know what, lose 10 pounds, here's how you can do it, or whatever service or product that you're selling. You wouldn't walk in, you know, with a sign advertising to people. Now, some people you would, some of you are kind of crazy, so you might do that, but the traditional social norms would not be the best thing to do. So same thing here on social media. It's just like a social gathering, except it's online. Similar social norms are in effect. So the same way you would engage people in a social environment is the same way you would engage them online. The key would be to introduce yourself to them, find out a little bit more about them, and so on and so forth. And that's what it's all about. So keep that in mind as we go through the training this week. So let's get into today's training on how to manage your Facebook friend requests. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my Facebook profile. We're going to talk more about Facebook profiles in the coming days training, because your personal Facebook profile is going to be very key to you engaging with people or people engaging with you, because people want to connect with people that they know, like, and trust. Obviously, they don't know you yet, but if we can get past that, then people want to be like people that like them. So you want to make sure that your Facebook profile is interesting and it's exciting. Take all of the negative stuff off your profile, because no one wants to hang out with or connect with a negative, dull, dud, person. So be sure to do that. Make sure you have a great profile picture of yourself. Make sure your cover pic here is something exciting, at least a picture of you, maybe your spouse or your family, or something that makes you look great. But today's training is not about how to set up your profile. We're going to get into that in the other trainings this week. So let's talk about friend requests. So I'm going to click up here on my friend requests. You'll see here I have lots of friend requests. In fact, I have several hundred of them. I haven't got to them all. I'm working my way down the list in between the holidays and everything else we've got going on, preparing for this crash course and everything else. I haven't been able to get all the way down the list of my my friend requests and confirm them and organize them or confirm them all. So the key to managing your friend requests, because you want to connect with quality people who fit your target market. Last night in the bonus training I did on the live last night, I talked about figuring out who your target market is. Now, again, most of you are involved in the same company I'm involved in, so we know that we're looking for people who are looking for peace of mind, protection, and security by offering them either our legal plan or our identity theft services. So those are the kind of people that we want to hone in on. But we're also looking for people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired, would like to be their own boss, right? So, anyway, so that's key too. So let's just look at my friend request. So my point there, guys, so I don't ramble. My son Russell's running around here. He's distracting me. But is I want to be sure that you understand that we're trying to connect with people who are interesting, or who might be interested in what we do. So people who are like us. So that's really the key. My mentor, Lisa, she says, you want to look for people like yourself. Because typically people who like you or are similar to you, have similar interests, are going to probably be interested in the same things that you are. So so let's just scroll through. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, I think it's fortunate for me. Most of the people, my friend requests are from people who are already involved in my company that I'm involved in, Legal Shield. So, and most of them are reaching out to me evidently because of the success that we've experienced over the last 25 years. So that's why most of my friend requests say we have 30 mutual friends. So I can tell just by glancing at my friend requests here that these people are probably people who are already involved in my business. Otherwise, why we have this guy here, Herman Davis, we have 80 mutual friends in common. That's a signal to me that he's already involved in my business. Now, it doesn't mean I don't want to accept his friend request. It just means for the purpose of our training today, I'm not going to use him as an example. I'm going to click on this guy here, Matt Congdon, because we don't have any friend requests, any friends in common, I should say, but he sent me a friend request. So the first thing you want to do when you click on a new friend request with someone that you don't recognize, you want to go to their profile and check them out. You want to see if is this somebody that you want to connect with, because that's what it's all about. Remember the cocktail parties example or scenario I was talking about? Is this someone you want to connect with? Maybe you see them and they seem interesting, and you go up to them, and maybe they're talking with someone else. Next thing you know, you're in conversation with them. So you're trying to see right now, is this someone I want to connect with? And I always talk about this in my trainings, that most people are suspects, meaning the people that we suspect might be a good prospect, someone who will probably buy our membership or our product, or probably become an associate or distributor in our company. But we don't know if they're a prospect. Right now, they're just a suspect, someone that we suspect will be interested. So just like if you were doing it in real life on social media, you want to find out a little bit more about this guy, Matt, and yes, he's got a great profile pic here. I like this quote up on his cover photo: "Life, you only get one shot. Don't screw it up." So that this guy is at least got the right attitude according to his profile. It says here that he works at Starbucks. He said he does music on Facebook. He's from Maine. So I'm just going to continue to scroll through his profile. So the first thing you want to see, is it someone that seems interested in fun and someone you like to connect with, number one. Number two, how active are they on Facebook? Because if they're active on Facebook, then that's another good thing, because that's what we're looking to connect with, people who are active on Facebook, who might be helping, who we can help them leverage their friends and become involved with us. So I'm just looking at his profile, and he seems to be very active. His most recent post is from December 30th, just a couple of days ago. And before that, right around Christmas Eve, the day after Christmas. He's got some pretty cool pictures here. Just scrolling down just to see when his most recent posts are. So again, the day of Christmas Eve, another post. It's like he's been with his family. Here's one from December 18th. If I continue to scroll down, here's one from December 16th, December 15th. He's asking about what's a good place to eat in Portland, Maine. So this guy seems pretty active on Facebook, and he seems like he might be a pretty good prospect. I'm not sure how he found me. It could be through some of the strategies and tips I'm going to be sharing with you this week. But he's sent me a friend request, and he seems like a pretty interesting guy. So you don't want to immediately confirm the friend request. What my mentor and coach, Lisa, taught me is that you want to send these folks a Facebook message. You want to inbox them or message them, send them a message first just to be sure. So this guy seems like he might be a good prospect. I suspect he might be a good prospect, but I won't know that until I actually engage him in conversation, because you can't judge a book by its color. How many times have you, even in real life, have you noticed that someone who looks sharp, looks like they might be a good prospect, but you talk to them and they're just not that interesting at all? They're rude, obnoxious, or something like that. So what you want to do is you want to inbox them and say, hey Matt, ... Thanks for the friend request. If I get my typing skills work. Thanks for the friend request. Period. Tell me, comma, what inspired you to reach out and connect with me? Question mark. So you want to send them a very short message. Thanks for the point. What inspired you to want? I'm sorry, I need to retype that. So that, hey Matt, thanks for the friend request. Tell me what inspired you to want to connect, to reach out and connect with me. Or I'm looking here at my notes. I wrote down, what inspired you to want to connect with me? Question mark. So I'm going to send this message to Matt. And again, because he's very active on Facebook, I should expect a reply to his message relatively soon. But again, this is how we manage our Facebook friend requests. When they send us a friend request, we check. First thing you want to check out their profile. Do they seem like an interesting person? Do they fit our target market? Someone who's got the right attitude, or maybe they're involved in something that we're involved in. This guy seems like he's pretty motivated, judging from the quote on his cover photo. He's pretty happy and positive, judging from his Facebook photo. He's very active on Facebook. Seems like he might be a great guy. So, but again, we don't know that. We're just suspecting that he might be a good prospect. So we want to engage him in conversation and see. So that's it. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to wait and see how he responds. And if he does respond, then guess what we're going to do? We're going to do the same thing we do if we were at a cocktail party. We're going to do for how to win friends, influence people, the 6 ways to make people like you. Right? Number 1 is a smile. And how do you smile on Facebook? You pay them a compliment. You're engaging, right? And so you're going to be more interested in them than interesting to them is the key. Just like that's how you build rapport in person. That's how you build rapport online. Be more interested in them and less interested to them. Because at this point, we wouldn't, again, just like in real life, you wouldn't want to, and maybe you have in the past, but the best suggestion is not to throw up on someone you just met. So I couldn't just go, hey, Matt, great, let me send you a link about what I do. I see you sent me a friend request. You must be interested in my business or my product. Let me send you some information on it and put some links into the message. No, you wouldn't do that. You want to find out what Matt's all about. Why did he send you a friend request? What inspired him to connect with you? So wait for his response and then reply back. And I might spend a little bit more time looking over his his profile to find out what he's into. I see that he lives in Portland, Maine. I see he likes music, so he does music on Facebook. I'm going to ask him, I see that you're from Portland, Maine. You know, I've got a little, I was up in Maine early this year, freezing cold up there. I bet it's super cold right now. If it's cold down here in Virginia where I am, it must be super cold up in Maine, right? Just to keep the conversation going. And then you always want to end your message back and forth with a question, because just the person who's asking the questions is in control of the conversation. So same thing you would do in person is the same thing you want to do here online. So anyway, guys, that's just one example. Let's go back up and see what else we can find here. Anyone else? Again, most of these people, we have many friends in common, so I'm assuming that means that they're involved in my business currently or looking to get involved in my business, and I don't want to prospect someone else's prospect. So here's one. This lady, I don't know, Terry Chanel. Terry Chanel, she's got a great profile pic, got a beautiful smile, seems kind of interesting. Her last post, see again, so I checking out her Facebook profile, but I noticed she hasn't posted on Facebook since November 13th. Almost, that's like a month and a half ago. So she's not very active on Facebook, which is fine, but I'm looking for people who are active on Facebook because I'm employing a Facebook strategy on Facebook. So I'm going to check her out. Does this mean that she's not a good customer prospect or a good associate distributor prospect? No, it just means that she's not active on Facebook. But so I'm just going to check her out. Seems like she, where's she from? She lives. Seems like she studied in Atlanta. She's a believer. She says she's a child of God. We have 3 friends in common. It looks like, judging from our friends that we have in common, that she's either involved in my business currently that I'm involved in, based upon my business partner Patrick Shaw, one of my leaders, Mr. Will Dadsey, one of my other leaders, Evelyn Brown. So obviously, this person is either involved in my current business or looking to get involved. So I may confirm her friend request, but again, just like everyone else, I'm going to send her a message. Same thing I did with Matt. I'm going to say, "Hey, Terry Chanel, ... Thanks for the friend request. What inspired you to want to connect with me?" Question mark. And again, I'm already assuming that she's either involved in my business currently or looking to get involved in our business. But I don't know that for sure until I send her this message and she replies back. Now, again, she's not very active on Facebook. Doesn't appear that she's posted anything on Facebook for a month and a half. And who knows, maybe that's when she sent me the friend request a month and a half ago. But I'll know when she responds, "Oh, yes, I just recently joined. I see that you're doing very well, and that's why I wanted to connect with you." Or, you know, "Well, Dadsey or Evelyn Brown I'm good friends with them, and anyway, I'm going to find out when she replies exactly why she sent me the friend request. So again, guys, that's the key to your friend request. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap the training up here. I don't want to belinger the training any longer. So hopefully that you saw some value in there, guys. Again, the whole idea of this training was as your friend request, we're going to show you how to get more friend requests in the coming days training, but I wanted to start you off so you know exactly how to kind of sort out and manage your friend requests so you're only really connecting with those people, because you can easily just go down and confirm every friend request you get, but we want to spend a little time, you know, a minute or something like that, to go click on their profile, check them out, see if this is someone that we might want to connect with. Obviously, if it's someone you know, friends and family, business associates, coworkers, you can just confirm them because you already know them, and hopefully you've already shared with them what you do, or at least started the process of exposing them to what you do for a living with your home-based business. But people who you don't know or that you're going to start attracting in the coming days with the strategies I'm going to show you, those are the ones that we're talking about. You want to check them out, see if there's someone who is interesting and someone you might want to connect with, find a little bit more about them, send them an inbox and an engagement conversation, and hopefully you find that they may be a good prospect for you, and they may end up asking you more about what you do. Again, we're going to talk about how to make that happen, how to get these people to respond to you and reach out to you and send you a friend request so that you'll be the one sorting through the friend requests as opposed to prospecting. So we're going to talk tomorrow about how to get people to raise their hand and beg you to share information with them about what you do and how you do it. And that's called attraction marketing. That's going to be our training tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching the training. We'll see you tomorrow around noon. I won't be late tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys.